it's crazy. I got hit with that head on last year. I lost a kid to suicide at the end of the season last year. So that was an eye, as a coach. I just felt like, what could I have done more?
Yes.
And that just, I just leaned on my faith really, really hard.
Yes.
Just prayed about it.
This your boy Ty Corbitt, host of the No Excuse podcast. We'd like to welcome you in, and if you want to learn more about staying motivated, staying tuned in, this is the place to be. We make no excuses for being great. So from mindset to motivation, from entrepreneurship to being helpful in your community, this is the place to be. Watch, look, listen, and learn. Stay tuned in. Today, we have a special guest in the building, my family. Y'all know him out in the community. He's doing big things out in y'all streets. And, hey, he's one of the, if not the best, top-notch coaches around the DYT and just everywhere. Let's give a hand to my guy, Mr. Tony Dixon.
What's going on, man? I appreciate you for having me.
Man, thank you for coming, man. And I'm just so happy to have you in the building, man. I know you've been doing so many things and working with our youth, and you've been doing this for a long time. So I just want to give you your flowers. But before we get started, I would love for you to introduce yourself and just tell the community and the world what you're doing.
Tony Dixon Jr., boys basketball coach at Dunbar High School, husband, father. I just call myself a mentor in the community. I love giving back. That's what I do.
Man, that's amazing. That's phenomenal. I love how you put that in there. You said husband. Your wife right now looking like, go baby. That's what's up, man. So I'm just so happy that you're here today. And we got so many things that we just want to ask you and really get to the meat and potatoes of what we're doing in the community. And like I said, today and every day that we hear the No Excuse podcast is just to really give you your recognition for what you've been doing in the community and everybody else, because it's so easy to make excuses for not being great. It's so easy to make excuses for not really giving back or doing what you need to do when triumph times come, when things happen, when hard times come. So you have not made those excuses. And we all have been through hard times. So just tell us a little bit about your background and some of the things that you've been through to get you to this point.
Just, inner city dating, growing up. You always have challenges. Coming from where I come from, man, we had to work for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And, as I graduated high school, things ain't on my way.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I try to teach the kids today, and even my daughters, is you can't act out or you can't get down if things don't go your way.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that helped me was I started coaching. It helped me find my way again. So that was just, that was big for me. But I work in the school system at Horizon Science Academy. I'm basically the administrative assistant to school culture. So I help in-school suspension and truancy behavior. So just bring that positive school culture and kind of give back to those students as well.
And make sure you did. That's amazing, man. So I'm so happy for you. And let's give a shout out to the staff over there at the academy and making sure they know that you do big things on the podcast. So, man, you have been doing this for a long time, and I know when you were in school you played, because I'm a rival, because now I got to give it up to my Cougars now. I am the C-Dub, Colonel White Cougar. But I know you played. And you did a lot of sports when you were growing up. How did that affect you? And what, negative or positive? Because some people had negative effects with sports. But how did that affect you and where you're at now?
That helped mold me. I'm gonna be honest. Without sport, I don't know where I'd be.
Mm-hmm.
Just a kid, I had something to play for. What I'm saying? I was always active. I was always energetic. Sports gave me another outlet. That was just like my release. Like I can remember now in high school, be like, I can't wait to go to practice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go have some fun. I had a lot of fun in high school, but sports, man, it really changed my life.
That's amazing. Now, what was more meaningful to you? Was it to see your parents in the crowd, or was it to see your friends in the crowd? Because some of us, some growing up might not have had a mom or had a dad that might have been there or wasn't there. What was more meaningful to you?
Parents. My dad wasn't around my whole life as far as my adolescent years, but I had a mother, I had a grandmother. My grandma used to bring about 4 or 5 double cheeseburgers but right before games to, for me and then whoever else got no food, you know what I'm saying? And my mom always supported, they always wore the hoodie. So that family support, man, I think is real big and people have gotten away from it. It takes a village.
Yes.
And I had a strong village.
Yeah.
I had a really, really strong village. And I think that plays a huge part in where I am today.
Man, I just want to expand on that because we deal, and I know you, because we won't get to this, but I know you deal with so many of our youth. And I heard you say that you don't have, or at a time and at a point, your father wasn't there.
Right.
And when he wasn't there, you how did that affect you? And moving forward, but you said moms was there, grandma was there, and how they was doing things and supporting you. How vital was that at that period right then and there? Because, as a kid, we really can't understand it.
Right.
So talk to me about that.
Looking back, man, it's crazy because it's 2 different ways. So negative, it was just, he wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
And things that I needed, my mom couldn't give.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, it was some rebellion there and some things I needed. But it showed I don't want to go down a certain path.
Mm-hmm.
Never want to be away from my family. I never want to be able not to be around or at my kids' games. So positively, it showed me what I didn't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So what he did or where he was at didn't go in vain. You know what I'm saying? So it had double effect on me.
So when I listen to you say that, because I've had similar experiences with not knowing who my biological father was, and I had, amazing uncle, step in at times, who took me and raised me. But when we think about that and we run it, because you have it, you coach kids, you coach them, means they'll have these same problems.
Sure.
But even, and I want our kids to know this, and you hear this from a coach, a father, a husband who said, even at that time in my life where he wasn't around, he still was teaching me a lesson.
Yeah.
That's what I hear. They correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I hear.
That's exactly what it was, because he had people on the outside looking out for me. Yeah, they fought his behalf. Even when I was playing sports, I tell him that I had 20. All right, how many free throws you make? What that left hand look like? Yes. Like to this day, I will miss a right hand layup over my left hand because I worked on my left hand so much. I'm right hand.
So what we want to do right now is we want to give and show love to Mr. Tony Dixon Sr. And we want to show love to you and say thank you. Even though, and this is just goes to show, because we want to make sure we support our black men, our fathers that may be in some incarceration or whatever it may be, or whatever struggles they're going through. And I'm not going to put none of that on nobody, but whatever struggles you're going through, we just want to make sure that we show love to you and know that you have support from everybody, even though you may be going through a tough time. And guess what? It ain't no excuse, because we still work hard.
For sure.
So I like that. So I wanted to just get into that a little bit, because that's going to kind of segue into some questions I have with you becoming a coach.
Okay.
So one question I got, what made you become a coach?
I was working a job I didn't want to work. And one of our guys, Dwayne Hansberg, he reached out. He like, hey, I got this 3rd grade group and I got a, recreation job for you if you coach this kids. I was like, man, 3rd grade, all right, whatever. I just don't want to be here.
Yes.
So I went over there, man, and I started coaching this group of kids. I say by January, I'm like, I could do this. I seen the progression, I seen the growth, and I've been hooked ever since. And I actually stayed with a core group of those guys all the way up until now. Like, I've talked to 3 or 4 of them this week about how they doing in college basketball, and talking to them, telling them how, some of them is struggling, some of them is and so just, I still talk to these
3rd grade.
Yeah, they're all in high school. I'm in college right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So and that's where I was going, because I was going to ask you what was the next. The next question I was going with was, who gave you your first shot? Now, was that your first shot at coaching?
Yeah, that was was that my very first shot? I know Coach Powell. I coached my first year out of high school. I coached the 8th grade group at Precious Blood.
Okay.
And I stopped after that year.
Okay.
And then I know Dwayne Hansbrough gave me that first shot in basketball. And my brother Darren Powell gave me my first shot in coaching football. So I had a couple people
Now open this up for you over there for man. That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal, man. So when you have individuals that support you, because support is big. And so when you have individuals that support you and see something in you that we might not see in ourselves, it just goes a long way.
Yeah.
And now to see where you're at, and see the phenomenal things that you have done with these young men over the years, it just speaks in volume. So kudos to all those coaches and all those individuals. My brother Dwayne Hansbrough, Coach Powell, to all those individuals that open the door for you, man. So that's phenomenal. So now I know because one thing, you at one school, you teaching, you helping out the administrative side, but then you coach at another school. Mm-hmm. Talk to us about that dynamic.
It's crazy because my boss is my former coach,
yes,
my current mentor,
yes,
and an alumni of my high school.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he give me leeway, but he understands. So
yes,
he's able to, we got it just to where I can get to the school.
Yes.
If I really, really need to leave.
Yes.
He's understanding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, also I've developed a relationship with the prep school.
Mm-hmm.
The head football coach was my football coach at high school.
Okay.
I got that relationship with him. Girls back, I have different people in the building that will call me
and let you update it.
He updated. So we have a great working relationship.
Good. So now, and big shouts out to Ronaldo. That's my guy, man.
Yes.
But dealing with that dynamic, right? How can you kind of speak to us and how the administrative side versus the sports side, mm-hmm, how that works? Because for some of us who don't know, that they don't always mesh. So kind of talk to us about how you've been able to cope and deal with that, and what are some of the pros and cons of that?
For me, man, I just of course I'm not going to agree with everything.
Yes.
As far as on the administrative side, especially dealing with sports. But one thing I've had to be able to keep a clear head is, how is it going to affect the kids? Mm-hmm. So if I feel like it's going to affect the kids, I'm gonna have a little, I'm gonna have an opinion. Mm-hmm. It's not all pieces of cream, like, mm-hmm, it's just, I think for especially in DPS, you have to learn how to put your ego aside and how you feel in aside,
yes, and
put the kids first. Yeah. And I think that's been a great thing that I've been able to do, mm-hmm, just because at the end of the day, I can get mad at it a lot. Mm-hmm. But as long as I put their interests first, mm-hmm, and if it doesn't hurt them, whatever.
None of that matters.
None of that matters, even if I don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just how you move it. You know what I'm saying? One thing the kids did when I started coaching was change the way I move.
Yes.
I don't do certain things.
Yeah.
What would they think about it? I'm not being a good role model. You know what I'm saying? So that's helped me a whole lot.
And sometimes, it's always crazy because we see this in celebrities. Mm-hmm. Celebrities always say, like, I didn't sign up to be a role model.
Right.
I say, I didn't sign up to be a role model. I could sing. I had a talent.
Right.
But what we got to realize is that even when you're a coach, even when you're a father, even when whoever you are, you're a role model because somebody's looking at you. And so for you to take that stance on that means, and that speaks in value, and I think that's what makes you such a phenomenal coach. Now, and I'm gonna kind of stick with this because I coach too. So I just gotta know when you get to some of the administrative sides, how supportive are they with when it comes to the coaching in the because I know the education pieces, and I always say the 3 C's: classroom, community, and field competition.
Okay.
And so, and they go in that order. And so kind of talk to us about that.
I'm gonna be totally honest, man. With me, I can't speak on everyone else, but with me, they're very supportive because they know I'm about business.
Yeah.
Hold my kids accountable. My enemy. And grades, that's a non-negotiable for me. Teacher calling me, I don't care what you say.
Yes.
If she's calling me, something happened.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, of course, everybody's not perfect, but I'm going to get to the bottom of it. But they know when I get that phone call, I hate to say this, but you almost guilty to prove it. Yeah. So if you get that phone call, man, we go out and have a discussion. We're going to have a discussion.
That's good. That's good. Because it's a lot of stigmas, and I want to address this because there's so many stigmas when it comes around especially black male basketball players,
right?
Especially our teenage, because our high school boys, is that if they can play basketball, if they can play a sport good, they don't succeed or they're not academically do well, and they get passed through. And so I have my head coach. I have a head coach here, and I want us to kind of address some of those myths, because we strive for our young men
for sure
to do very well academically. So kind of talk to us about that piece of it.
Just like I said, I hold them accountable. One thing I tell kids, even now, when my freshman that comes in, they really don't know nobody.
Yes.
I tell them, you want to go to college play basketball? Yeah. I can't show a college coach these grades. I can't show a college coach these absences. I cannot show a college coach this behavior.
Yeah.
I mean, I can, but if nothing will come out of it.
Yes.
I said, I've had players go to college. I have players didn't go to college because of grades, because of behaviors, different situations. So, I mean, you get situations to where you have a kid that for coaches, you have a kid that you're really trying to say, and I'm never going to tell you to push him through, but we got to get extra help for that kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to build a relationship for those kids, but I'm not big on just, he playing with all D's. He get all D's on Wednesday, come Friday, he playing. I ain't big on that. I've set kids because they haven't done what they're supposed to do. Don't want to get to school on time. Don't want to go to school, period. We got a Tuesday night game, double overtime game. I had a kid my first year, double overtime game, had a great game. Next day, he don't come to school. Everybody else is school and at field. You got to sit Friday. You know what I'm saying?
So the support system is what it is. You say, like, look, we ain't playing that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, not only am I going to hold you accountable, but I'm going to make sure I'm going to get with these teachers. I'm going to show you what it is. And that's the key.
Yeah, that's the key. That's big.
Man, I love it.
It's about, like what you're saying, it's just about, at the end of the day, you never know where some of these kids home like.
Yes.
But if you all in this room there, got all in the county.
Yeah.
They can't feel sorry for them. You got to show them, like, once you come 18 to get up there, they don't care. So
you're allowed them to make no excuses. That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
I ain't say me talking about culture ain't coming. I would take that. It ain't like the family, so that's very, very extreme.
Yes.
Why you in it, man?
Yeah.
If you hurt, we got treatment. Go see your trainer and get treatment.
Yes.
Why you not in it?
Man, this sounds like and really important, because I think, and when I talk to my community so much, I think mental health is so very, very valuable. And I think that's a key piece of the education process that they overlook.
Mental health is everything right now.
Yes.
It's everything right now. Working in the school, working with coaching kids. It's number one. It's number one.
How do you deal with that as a coach when you know that there's mental health issues there, and you may have a teacher, because we have those, we see them, that don't recognize that or don't want to address that issue, and then just say, hey, this kid is disrupted, this kid is bad, this kid is he's not teachable, his grades, he weren't, how do you as a coach say, hey, no, there's a problem here?
Communication, that's key. Communication from player to coach. I tell them, you got to communicate with the teacher. You don't get it, you're frustrated, or even if you're going to do something, you have to communicate. Find somebody to talk to. And It's crazy. I got hit with that head on last year. I lost a kid to suicide at the end of the season last year. So that was an eye, as a coach. I just felt like, what could I have done more?
Yes.
And that just, I just leaned on my faith really, really hard.
Yes.
Just prayed about it. And, I just felt like God put me in that position for a reason.
Yeah.
He knew I could handle it and lead the young men. But the main thing for me, man, is communication. And then if I do get some of those situations, I have to make it my point to talk to the administrator, talk to the teacher, and see what we can do. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's just certain situations, certain days at a time. You know what I'm saying? Certain classrooms. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, instead of kicking him out or this, maybe he don't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And I'm so glad, and I want to address that and say our heart goes out to that family. I know that was a tragic loss, and I know that was that happened last year, but we don't want to forget that. We want to send our condolences still and say, we're definitely going to bring notoriety today and say, make sure that you are aware or trying to make yourself aware of all these all mental health, because it is big, and we need to bring more notoriety to it and bring more awareness to it.
For sure.
Especially in our youth. We feel there's so much going on. So, man, thank you for being so, candid with that, because, man, this stuff goes on. So I want to kind of segue into that with parents, because now, and I remember when I was at the rec centers, man, them parents come in there and they act the fool. And it's been some, we always get the bad publicity when it comes to issues, because it's been a lot of stuff with parents getting, in the fights and things of that nature. Yeah. Can you speak a little bit about some of the issues and I know directly with Dunbar and some of the rivalries and just, heated games and parents and stuff like that? How did you deal with that?
I have to attack it head on, and I go in with an open mind. I had a couple of situations over the summer with parents, and it's just about getting to understand, letting them know, like, at the end of the day, I only do so much.
Yes.
And the thing about parents is they got to understand I got a program to run.
Yes.
Your kid is not the only kid, and they have to understand that. They don't understand that, which I get. I'm only there for your kid, but I just have to go ahead and attack it head on.
Yes.
Get the situation. I'm not that coach and won't let it leak.
Yeah.
But like, it's a problem, we got to sit down and have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I go at it. We have to sit down and talk. And if we can't talk, coach, parents, and administration get involved. You know what I'm saying? But far as behaviors at a game, there's no tolerance for me, because we got cameras everywhere. So
we go in.
He will not be here.
Yeah,
you will not be here.
You act the fool in there. We gonna pick you out.
He got huddled, so you can watch the film after the game.
Man, that is phenomenal, man. So when you think of, and I know for sports, for me, my mom was supportive, but my mother didn't drive at all. And while I played sports, she didn't really come to, not because I don't think it was that she didn't really want to, but back then, she just didn't come. But she had to ask me about the game when I came home and things of that nature. How supportive have you seen the parents? And then when you don't get a supportive parent, how do you deal with that, and how does it affect your players?
I think it's awesome seeing parents support their kids. It's awesome because I had a support system. The ones, I think first it's just about recognizing. When I first started coaching, I didn't realize that, like, to some of these little boys, I'm the only male figure they got telling them what to do. So for a coach, I think it's first recognizing that. Like, I've had kids in my program at Thobar that I've never met their mom, dad at first.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Papers get signed, they're good to go, but couldn't tell you what they look like. And that's how, me and my staff been talking about stuff like that. We just got to recognize that and understand that situation. Because I know when I was coming up, my mom ain't just sending me papers and not meeting the coach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And what I'm doing this year is a little different, mandatory.
Yes.
You can't scrimmage until we have some type of communication with your parent.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because some parents allow their kids to make a couple of decisions on their own, especially with sports, because they feel comfortable enough that we coaches, we certified, we gonna make sure their kids straight. So some parents just leave it, in the kids' hands, the decision as far as the kid, but some of the kids don't go home until the parents heard that. So the new Jordans come out, your parent know.
Yeah.
Y'all lying.
Yes.
Well, you can't play until we meet your parent.
Yeah.
So mandatory parent meeting. Even if you can't come to the initial one,
yes,
we gotta talk to you. We gotta communicate with you some type of way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's my whole group, but do get a couple of kids that way.
Man, it sounds like definitely you got a phenomenal staff. You got an amazing staff. You got hard working staff. So what y'all doing, how y'all putting this together is really great. With that, because I know, like you said, you making sure that you got to meet the parents. What happens when you had that parent? It could be mom or dad, because I've had this happen.
Right.
They know more than the coach. They know more. They know. Hold on. I know. Play back and forth. You want scum to go there. No, you gonna get the ball from it. You a center, but you need to bring the ball. But so I don't know when that happened. Y'all out there, I don't know if y'all just know this. This happened. This y'all out there doing this, okay? Talk to me.
Man, that's a great question. But for me, man, I just tell the coach. I tell the parents of course you have to be blunt.
Yes.
And some of the parents can't take it. Yeah, which I understand too.
Yes.
But if your kid is playing with me or playing for me, you trust me.
Uh-huh.
Trust me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the bottom line. I won't go in depth on conversations, but I think for me, it's just he's playing, you signed the paper to play. You did all these things that he needs to play, buy him shoes, and make sure you get to and from practice. Trust that we know what we're doing.
Uh-huh. And
for me, and I tell parents, I know it's probably hard to trust, but you allowing him to do this. So just let us do what we do. If it's not that, now I can get it mentally, he can't handle it, then we got to take a different approach. Yeah, I'm saying we just go cater to the kid and go take a different approach with the kid, but you got to trust me. You got to trust that we know what we do. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, you went right here. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, you have conversations leading up, but I got to end off with that.
Yeah.
And I have to, because why you sign all these paperwork? Yeah, you might not like this coaching, but is he doing something wrong to your kid?
Yes.
Is your kid having fun? If not, okay, let's have a different approach. Mm-hmm. Is it mentally draining to your kid? Okay, we're going to have a different approach, but you got to trust.
You can't be in the stands yelling out with name on that play y'all done worked on in the backyard on your garage. Stop doing that, y'all. Dads, moms, yelling at your kid better than the next. Stop it.
Because at the end of the day, having an affair like that affects a kid more than us trying to figure out this kid on the line, or because you got teammates that's, man, can't stand your dad, your mom, Trevor, you ain't better than me anyway.
Yeah.
Like, they're creating more than what it need to be.
You know? Yeah, no.
I think, fortunately, this played itself out in those situations that the kid understands that mom or dad trip. Yeah, I try to tell our kids, like, at the end of the day, is we all we got, we all we need. So, yes, when you go home and talk to your mom, they only care about what you do.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go home and tell the truth, though.
Yes.
Because if you late to practice, you're not doing what you're supposed to do in practice, you got to go home and tell them that. Don't tell them, I ain't playing this week, or I ain't playing number 5 minutes. And tell them why.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Why you just ain't play 5 minutes? Yeah. It was you missed practice, you didn't turn in that assignment. Yeah. You see us a lot. They didn't leave out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. So it was bad. You see, now for some of y'all coaches and some of y'all kids that want to be coaches, when y'all grow up, this is the raw, uncut. Y'all get it, okay? Y'all gotta listen. That's what's going on. So, so now we're kind of, cause I know that we kind of talked about the parents. We kind of talked about the school part of it, but I kind of want to get into something a little bit deeper.
Okay.
And when I ask this question, and I know you know it from both angles. When you look at and how you deal with the school administration and politics versus the youth and how the focus changes when it's
all good.
Yes.
That's another conversation I like having with my kids. Last year we made a nice little run, and what's crazy, you can't get over on kids. They know the will and they know God. You know what I'm saying? Not saying nobody against us, but at the same time, they feel genuine love too. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the leader. I'm a genuine guy. I pride myself on that. So they get that. You know what I'm saying? So they understand what's going on. So I always have those conversations. No, everybody's not with you. And we told them, especially the ones that graduated last year or was in the program last year, we told them about the history of Dunbar. When you're winning, trust it, watch how many people that wasn't with you or how many people you never saw jump on the bandwagon or come support. We love all the support we can get. Don't get it wrong. But when we in the trenches, when we grinding, you will know. Or when we losing, you know we with you or who not. You know what I'm saying? So I try to have those conversations because I live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got the Dunbar. We was, okay and best. And then my junior year, we took off. And then senior year, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sold out gym.
Everywhere.
Ain't had to want for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It just came out of nowhere. So me having those experiences really, really helped me to communicate that with my guys. Yeah. And a lot of them got to see that last year. Like, all right, because the first 2 years, second round exits out the tournament. Everybody, they ain't this, they ain't that good.
Yes.
Last year we made a nice little run and they started to see it, and some even saw like, Coach Will ain't with us for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? They started to see that, you know what I'm saying? But I had those conversations and tell them, like, at the end of the day, some of this game is political.
Yes.
I'm going to teach you how to move through that. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
Teach you how to move through that.
That's good. So, with all the things that you're doing, all the amazing things, how you piece this phenomenal program together, can you talk to me a little bit about what is your next move for your players and how are you preparing them for the next level? I know that, with us in what we do for GWDI, Greater West State Incubator, University of Dayton, all the people that's in that ecosystem, we do a lot and we take a different approach, especially from the standpoint of what I do.
Right.
Personally.
Yeah.
We try to encourage a three-pronged approach. We want to make sure that they know that there's more avenues than just one.
Yep.
We want them to know that there are not just, for those who don't necessarily want to go to college, and that's not us saying we don't want you to go, we encourage that, but we want to make sure they know that they have options. I know growing up with me,
right,
it was you go to college. Sure. It was no other option. So what are y'all ensuring, and how are y'all making sure that they know that there are other options?
We put it in our label. So when we talking about different situations, we don't just necessarily tie it into basketball. So if we lose a game and that week we had a bad week of practice, you can't show up and bring your D game. In life, there's life. Yeah, so you have to go hard in life. You have to approach life like you got to bring your A game all the time. So we try to use that in language. I said, you own your own business, you can't show up late.
Yes.
Like one thing was big with us last couple of years is communication. You own your own business, you got to communicate. You work for a Fortune 500 company, you got to communicate.
Yes.
You work for anybody, you have to communicate. You know what I'm saying? So we put that in the language. And it's crazy you said that because I had a kid text me about a week and a half ago on our seniors. And, he just had a meltdown basically just saying how, what if he don't make it in basketball? And that was the door opener.
Yeah.
To me and him that. I said, at the end of the day, we using basketball as a tool to be successful.
Yes.
So you have to have a backup plan. Because if you don't have basketball, it's trades, it's owning your own business, it's going to college.
Yes.
It's different avenues. I said, and we gonna always be here for you. So that's big, especially for the kids that come up and their parents just basketball. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones that you have to like this year. You see, I will have to tap in more with that kid.
Yeah. So yeah. Something that's phenomenal. So I also want to make sure y'all know this out there. Not only at No Excuse Podcast, but we also own Rise Enterprises, and we do that. We come out, we speak to organizations, and we let them know that there's a three-pronged approach. We talk about entrepreneurship. We talk about, higher education and going into college. And then they also explain to them exactly what the avenues are if they still want to do entrepreneurship, but you can get a degree in that, man. Yeah. And that's big. And they
sent the kid to the entrepreneurship.
Yeah, it came, yeah. And
it was a press.
He came and he did for now. He graduated from the program. He has 3 credit hours towards college now.
Awesome.
And he has a scholarship if he decides to go to University of Dayton and he gets accepted to University of Dayton, he has a $10,000 scholarship. We awarded him that.
Awesome.
So these are the things that's happening. Also, look at the fact that three-pronged approach from higher education, entrepreneurship, or skilled trade, we are making sure that they understand that they have a three-pronged approach. So they don't just have to say, I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
And so we offer that at Rise Enterprises as well. So anytime y'all want us to come out, anytime we coming. My partner, my business partner, and I say this every episode, I have one of the best. If you want to learn about film, photography, videography, I had the best. Sully, AmeriFilms, he is the best videographer and he knows his stuff. Amazing. He's been all around the world doing this, and we are business partners. So here at No Excuse Podcast, we do that. We come out, we bring the cameras out, and we make sure that you guys really see what we're doing. So I wanted just to really get into that. I really wanted to make sure that you knew that we cherish you, we appreciate you, and we wanted to really bring highlight to you. So I want to know, is it any camera you choose? Tell them about what you got going on. If there's anything you want them to know, or how they can reach you, or anything you got special going on at Dumbo, or anything you got going on, please let them know.
Right now, man, it's just the season coming up. Come out and support, man. Not just us. Come out and support the youth, man. We need it, man. It takes a village. I'm very, very grateful. Shout out to No Excuse Podcast, man. Taiwan hit me up, wanted me to come out, man. I really, really enjoyed myself, especially speaking with family, just conversating on stuff I love. So I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And as always, I just want to enlighten our guests and tell them, when y'all come here to No Excuse Podcast, we really want y'all to understand that the focus is always going to be on positivity. We had a phenomenal young man coming here and telling you about his journey and his path through all the things he's been through, his trials, his tribulations. He didn't let that stop him. He's giving back to the community. He's building these young men up and telling them that, hey, you can do this with no excuse. He's showing them, not only being a role model, but he looked inside himself and say, hey, if I want them to do better, I have to do better. He took that upon himself. He understands that the things that are going on that we are missing in our community, he wants to take action. And if we can get more of our people, more of the community and other individuals to take action like that, tap into these resources and make a change, we will change our community. We love you, we applaud you, and we will continue to be here to support. We signing off.